Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing my May favorites. I break down my favorites into a variety of categories, so I will just state the category and then state the things in that category that I have been loving this month. If you are new here, I have been doing this all year in 2018, so you can go watch January, February, March, and April's videos. I will link that playlist above if you want to go check those out. I will also link below my blog because for 18 months before I moved my favorites onto YouTube, I did 18 blog posts about my favorites. And so if you want to go see more monthly favorites, you can go ahead and check those out as well. Before I jump in, I want to say that I'm really sorry. I know this video is going up quite late. I wanted all of my Disney cruise content to be together in kind of one block on my channel. And so I just made sure to film and upload all of those videos first. And now it's mid-June by the time I'm getting this video up. I usually like to get it up in the first week of the following month. So I'm sorry about that, but this was kind of a unique month because of the cruise. I will link my playlist to my Disney cruise above if you want to go and check out those vlogs and videos. All right, jumping right in. The first category is food and drink. So this month, something that I have been absolutely loving, that these have been an old favorite of mine, but I've like rediscovered my love for them, are these lemon Luna bars. They are basically like protein bars. Here's what they look like. They're super yummy. I really like them in the morning because they're lemony, and so they're just kind of zingy and energizing, and I just literally tear off the top of the box and keep it in my pantry so I can grab one. I've been waking up really a lot earlier this summer than I normally do, like several hours earlier than I normally do, and so I have been grabbing one of these when I wake up and drinking a big glass of water and eating a lemon Luna bar as a way to tide me over until I have time to like scramble some eggs or make an English muffin or something like that a little bit later. But if you are looking for, I know a lot of people love Luna bars, but if you've never tried them and you're looking for like a protein bar or an easy snack on the go, I highly recommend these, especially if you like lemon. They also have, they have like a chocolate peppermint that I love. I've tried most of their flavors, or at least a lot of their flavors, and they're all really good, but the lemon are my favorite. Another thing in my food and drink category this month that I'm loving is this Kevita pineapple peach kombucha. I've been talking about kombucha a whole lot lately because I absolutely love it and what it's doing for my body. I just feel really good about drinking it, and I feel better when I'm drinking it. And this flavor is super, super, super yummy, this pineapple peach flavor. I absolutely love it. Now, this has more sugar in it than some of the other flavors, so I see it as more of a treat than as like a health drink, but I really, really, really enjoy it. And I have gotten this from Walmart, my Walmart grocery pickup. So I also got one from this same brand that was strawberry mint or peach mint or something like that with mint, and it was super good. So I definitely recommend giving it a shot. I keep getting questions and messages kind of often about kombucha. If you just do a quick Google search, you can find out a whole bunch about kombucha. Just search benefits of kombucha and you will be met with probably 2 million Google results. And so you can go and do a little bit of research, and that's where I started, and I just started drinking it a little here and there, and now I really love it, and it's definitely a part of my weekly diet. So let's move on to makeup and beauty. Previous to this month, to May of 2018, I have not bought a blow dryer for almost 6 years. I just looked up on Amazon. The last blow dryer that I purchased, which I loved, I purchased on June 7th, 2012. 2012. It's so funny to me that it lasted that long. I use my blow dryer all the time. I have lots of hair and I do not like the feeling of wet hair, so I blow dry my hair all the time, all year long, even in the hot summer months. So it cracks me up that it's lasted literally 6 years. But it finally broke. The end of it broke off, and then it started kind of like sparking, and I was like, yeah, it might be time to move on. So that brand, the brand that I had was the Babyliss brand, and that is what I bought again because I just loved it so much. So this is the Babyliss Pro Nano. There we go. This is what it looks like. It has an attachment, a nozzle on the top. Nano Titanium by Babyliss Pro. I really like having the 2 different controls for the temperature and the speed, plus the cool blast. I like doing that at the end after I blow dry to kind of seal in my hair. Anyway, I've been so happy with this. I really hate blow drying my hair, but I've been really enjoying using this because it works so well. So I highly recommend it. It's pretty lightweight. I've been using it for a few weeks now, and I just really like it. I just really like it. So I will leave a link to this and anything else that I'm able to link below. Another thing in my makeup and beauty section this month is this lip gloss. It is the Revlon Ultra HD Lip Lacquer in HD Smoky Topaz. I talked about this in my Easy Everyday Summer Makeup video, which I will link above if you're interested, but I've just been wearing it a whole lot. It's really subtle and natural looking, but it gives your lips that healthy, glossy look, and I just really like the color of it. I think it's just really nice. So it's called Smoky Topaz. One last thing in my makeup and beauty section is this satin mint facial scrub. It is from Young Living, which is the essential oil company that I purchased through, and I just love it. It has a little bit of peppermint essential oil in it, and I use it. It's not like a thick like St. Ives scrub like what you're thinking, where it's like it's like really heavy. It's like there's just like a few little granulars in it. I don't know how to describe it, but it's like the lightest exfoliation. I love it. I use it in the morning, not every morning, but a lot of mornings, because the peppermint feels so good after you wake up. It's so cooling. And this is quite a small little bottle, but you only need such a little tiny bit each morning. Like I just use a little pea-sized amount and mix it with some water, and then it just wakes me up, and I've really enjoyed it, especially in the heat of the summer. So this Young Living Satin Facial Scrub in the mint, I have loved. Now this month we went on a big trip, which involved going to Florida, to Vero Beach, Florida, first for my cousin's wedding, and then we drove up to Port Canaveral and boarded a cruise for the next 5 days. So it was quite a long trip. I think it was like 9 days that we were out of the house in total, and so we had been packing for weeks ahead of time and all of that. So this is related to that. These are 2-gallon sized freezer bags from Ziploc. So I think most of us, if we use Ziploc bags like for food storage or whatever else, organizing the house, we usually buy them in the 1-gallon size. So this is double that. This is the 2-gallon size. So it's much bigger, it's double. And it has been, these things are the best for packing because you can fit you can fit a pair of shoes in here. You can fit full-sized products in here. You can, like, I loved using these, and then we just saved them and we will use them for the next time that we pack. So it's like perfect. I just loved using these. We usually use we have like a stash of the gallon-sized ones that we use over and over when we pack, but I thought these were even better because, like I said, you can just fit more in something that's double the size, but it still has a nice seal to it. And so putting like sandy, dirty shoes in them and zipping them up, or like I said, products, full-size products, if you have any of those that you're taking on a trip with you, or even like for kids, you could buy some of these and reuse them for each trip, where you put like their outfit. You could fit, for a kid, you could fit a kid's shoes, you could fit their undergarments, their top and bottom, and like hair bows and everything that they would need for a day in these, and then just pack these. When I was a camp counselor, the moms who did that made my life a lot easier. Just pull one out for the kid for the day. Anyway, so the 2-gallon sized freezer bags from Ziploc, I just thought these were fantastic for packing. So those Ziploc bags were the only things that I had in the home decor and products section this month. Moving on to entertainment, which includes TV, music, books, and internet. The first thing I want to talk about is an Instagram account, and the Instagram account is @YourEnneagramCoach. Now, if you're not familiar with the Enneagram, it is a personality assessment. It is a way of kind of classifying different people and the way that they're motivated and the way that they interact with the world. And no personality assessment is ever 100% accurate all the time, but I think the Enneagram is a particularly fascinating one. I'm a 1-wing too, if you were interested. Anyway, I found this account on Instagram after my friend recommended that I look at it. And it is just fascinating. The woman who runs it is named Beth, I think Beth McCord or something like that. And she is just fantastic. And she goes on and shares the most interesting tidbits. And I just feel like she's inside my head. So if you're interested in learning more about the Enneagram, if you know what you are on the Enneagram, or if you don't, you should go over and head to her and see if you can learn a little bit more about yourself or your spouse or family or friends, because it's just super interesting. So I have loved following along with your Enneagram coach on Instagram this month. Next up is an audiobook, and this audiobook is by Nabil Qureshi, and it's a book called Seeking Allah, Finding Jesus. Here's what it looks like. I listened to it on Audible in like 2 days because it is probably one of the most powerful books I've ever read. The subtitle to the book is A Devout Muslim's Journey to Christ. And the subtitle describes exactly what the book is about. And it is heartbreaking, and it is fascinating, and it is redemptive, and it is sad, and it's emotional, and it's so beautiful. And it's just like, it was such a gorgeous, powerful, powerful, powerful story. Unfortunately, I found out that after I read the book, I found out that the man who wrote it, the author of the book, actually died recently of stomach cancer, I believe, which is so unfortunate, because I very seriously tell you that I would have flown pretty much anywhere in the country to go and hear him speak. I just learned so much from this book and just felt so uplifted and just encouraged and just inspired. He's just amazing. I just thought it was fabulous. So if you are interested, I highly, highly recommend it. And I loved the audiobook in particular because he narrated it himself, which I think is always the way that I want to listen to audiobooks, is to listen to the author narrate it themselves. So anyway, awesome book, so powerful, so interesting, so well written, so well researched, and just touching. Like I said, there were times in listening to it where I was just crying out of just exasperation on his behalf. Like I just felt so, it was just beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful, amazing, and like beyond beautiful, like incredibly powerful story. And it's his memoir, it's his story of his life. So highly, 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 highly recommend it. Moving on to something a little bit lighter, let's talk about clothing and accessories. My current favorite top is this top. It is from Old Navy. It is this really thick knit fabric. I'll see if I can get it to focus where you can kind of tell. Can you kind of see? It's just this thick, nice knit. And it's navy and white stripes, which navy blue is my favorite color, and I love stripes. I love stripes. So I think this top is so cute. It's kind of a boxy cut, which I really like, and it has like a little slit at the bottom. I just love wearing this. I've worn it with like white shorts. I've worn it with jeans. I've worn it with a variety of different things, and every time I just love it. I love wearing it. So I will leave a link to that below, like I said, with anything else that I'm able to. If you're interested, it's from Old Navy. I think it was, it was definitely not more than probably 20 bucks. I probably got it for $15 or something like that. And I love it, and I have been wearing it into the ground. And lastly is my priceless category, which this month was full of priceless memories, things that were just amazing. First of all, my cousin Caroline got married in Vero Beach, Florida. Her wedding was gorgeous. And I have a whole bunch of cousins, like so many cousins. And she and I are the closest in age, and we kind of grew up together, and then she moved away for a while, and then we ended up going to the same college together, and we both studied business, and we were both in the same sorority. And so she's always kind of been my closest cousin in terms of like in age, and we kind of, our lives were very parallel. So I just have a very special place in my heart for her. So going to her wedding and seeing her get married was just it was stunning, it was so much fun, and it was just a beautiful memory that I will never forget. Then of course, after the wedding, as I mentioned earlier, right after that, Riley and I boarded the cruise, and that was more memories that we will never forget. I have talked about that at length on this channel, so I won't go too much into it because you can totally go and watch all of the Disney cruise videos and vlogs that I have put up, but suffice to say, it was fantastic. And lastly, my college roommate and friend Madeline came to visit the weekend after we got home from this trip, so we had double header, super fun weekends. And she lives all the way across the country in South Carolina, but we have been friends since the very first day of college. We met on the very first day of college, and we're friends all the way through our 4 years and have stayed in touch even though we've been out of college now for another 5 years. which is insane. Anyway, so she came to visit and we just had so much fun. There was surprisingly a lot of things going on in town that weekend, and so we went to a couple of festivals and we went to all these different things and just had such a great time together. It's always such a joy for me to be able to spend time with friends and family, especially when they come to visit me here, because if you follow along, you know that it's not like I have this massive community of people here, and so it's really special when someone from another part of my life gets to come in and I get to show them around and we get to spend time here. I just love it. So those are my favorites for the month of May. Again, I'm sorry this video is going up late, but I hope you understand. I'd love to hear what you've been loving in any of these categories or in another category. What have you been up to? How are things going? Is there anything that you've been using or loving lately that you want to share? Just pop a comment below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.